Happy Sunday. Holy crap. Look at all these messages. Thank you so much. Thanks, Kelt, always, for the intro message for the show. Kib Kitty. Dave and Buster's. Gosh, you're always going there. So jealous. And you won a stuffed bear from the claw machine. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever won anything out of the claw machine, and I've tried a lot. Phantom. Kib Kitty, I'm doing good. How are you? Christy B, thank you so much for your support. I'm sorry I didn't get another Sims episode out. I was actually doing a bunch of stuff for the channel today. I was up late gaming. Nothing of much substance, so I didn't even post it to YouTube. I always love that. Look at the kitty shocked face. That's awesome. I love that. Mama Bear, one of the best icons on YouTube right there. Love that picture. How are you doing today? Dude, there's someone with the... Yes, Christy B. They have like a picture of... What is it, Kelt? It's like an x-ray of a rib cage? I looked at that, I was like, no, that's not our Christy B. There's no way that's our Christy B. Yeah, type the exact same way, Christy B. And it has like a... If you were looking far back, you would think that it might be the same picture, but when you look close, you can tell that you have like a road and some trees, and this other picture is it almost looks like an X-ray picture of ribs. Yeah, I appreciate that, Kelt. Kelt does so much for this channel. Really. That's why my first painting is going to be of that puppy right there that we see on the screen. The comedy Kelt brings in, the information, the links, watching everybody's back. Kelt is a true one. And I just want to say I appreciate you so damn much, Kelt, for real. Yeah, it was, I was like, when I was seeing those words, I was like, there's no way our Christy B talks like that. And then got a screenshot of the picture up close, and I was like, no, that's not our Christy B. That's not our Christy B. She's way too sweet for that. You're welcome, Kelt. It just sounded really weird, those words. I'm like, there's, I don't even want to repeat a couple of those words that were being typed up in that chat, honestly. But I was like, we had to take a screenshot close-up picture, because yeah, there's no way that's our Christy B. It's a guy that actually, yeah, that's the best way to put it. This channel is out there in Moscow taking a lot of videos, and the words that were being typed, I don't care if you even like this person or not. These words that were being typed in that chat were uncalled for, disrespectful, ridiculous, and it was disgusting. That some of the words, it was just like, okay, if you don't like somebody, that's one thing. It's another thing to type some shit in a live chat. You know, that's another thing. But these words that were being used, it was like, that's just way too far. Way too far. Yeah, I appreciate that, Kel. Thanks for always looking out for everybody. Even if it's, you know, our community and stuff, you know. Not only you look out for me, but you look out for everybody else too. Just so we can. Yeah, I don't understand either, Mama Bear. It's you know, it's like if you don't have anything to say, then just go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Just go somewhere else. There's plenty of channels out there that will suit your needs, regardless of whatever your needs are. Plain and simple. I love that picture, Mama Bear. It's so cool. All right, give me 1 second here. Christy B, did you see the new background? Have you been in a show since the web camera? No, wasn't trying to cause you any grief. Not at all. It was just like, hey, this is not cool. Exact spelling and everything. I was like, nah. There's no way. Yeah, exact spelling. And like a great picture too. It was it was just very odd. I don't know who they are or if that's their MO or whatever. But you'll notice if you ever see Christy B that hops up in chat that has like a picture of a rib cage, you all know to block this person. No lie. Any moderator, you're more than welcome. If they have a picture of a rib cage, just block them right off the bat. Not our lovely Christy B though. Yeah, it is strange. It is very strange. I was just like, what? Because I looked at it like this: how many people spell Christy that way, and how many people that do spell Christy that way have a B, period. So I don't know who it is. I know it's not you, Christy, but I don't know who it is, and I don't know what they're trying to do. Yeah, it's very strange. I'll just say that. I sent you some links for. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just have a couple videos for tonight. Gosh, last night's stream 6.5 hours. Thank you, everybody. I just have a little bit of links. Yeah, it is some idiot. Oh, and then the words they were using. I don't care if you like this person or not. And that's very true, Kid Kitty. It's very true. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? We're all here to have a good time, so I don't get why there's people like out there like that like to cause issues or cause trouble or twist things or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Boredom, maybe? What'd you see, Cal? While the victims, cars at the LA towed away, days and yeah. Yeah, I know. I heard that they're sitting in an impound lot with no protection or anything. Like there's no preservation of the vehicles or nothing. It's just sitting out in the lot getting dunked on by the weather and shit. You said it is his car and he's locked up. Really? Wow. Is that the one that was doing the tour of Moscow? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, send me the link if you can. I did hear that when their cars got towed, they just got towed to a public lot and there was no sealing them, no protection of them. They're just sitting out there in the lot. I don't know if that's normal or what, but to me, it doesn't seem like it'd be normal. All right, I want to share a new video that came out today. She was on, she's always hanging out in chat while she's working, and I appreciate her. And if you go to last week's show on Sunday night, she gave us a little hat show where she tried on all these different hats for us. It was really cool. But she came out with a new video today, The Legend of the Yule Cat, an Icelandic nightmare, merry, scary Christmas video. Definitely needs some more love, everybody. 2 likes. I'm one of them. If you don't mind showing her some love at some point. Always great videos. And if you're in here tonight, Silky Southern Tea, you're welcome to join the panel. I know Sunday's your night. Let me see. 5147. All right, cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely follow Silky Southern Tea if you're not. She's got a lot of good videos about Delphi and a whole bunch of other stuff too. It's just a wide variety. Very cool. Yeah, Silky, if you're here. It's the spectacular Silky Southern Tea special. I want to thank Justice Served Daily so much for hanging out last night. 6.5 hours, longest ever. I don't know if she's in here or not. I haven't seen her hop in, but I just wanted to show her video off real quick. Always crazy cool videos. Right, Kel? You're more than welcome to come up anytime, Kel. For real. All right, let me go to my email here real quick. And thank you for the timestamp, Kelt. I appreciate it, especially on these long videos. It always makes a big difference. It helps keep the show trimmed up, and it makes it as effective as possible. So, let me see. Let me make sure I get the link for the channel. Okay, and then you said, what was it? 5147. Give me 1 second here. While I get this prepared. 5136. All right, so we'll get there. Thank you for your patience for this. That's right, Kib Kitty. You were up here once in one of the very first shows, I think, right? Oh, go back a little. There we go. I think that's right before it's getting to the place, I think. Yeah, okay. That is good. And I usually don't play this creator's videos. I think this is maybe my second or third time. But this person's been out there quite a bit, and they are getting some decent information. So I don't mind playing this. I appreciate the link help. Thank you so much for it. And it looks kind of choppy. I don't know if that's just because of cell reception for the or while it was being recorded. Here's the link to the channel, and we'll go ahead and play it here.
Look, there's the cars. There's Ethan's Jeep. There's Kaylee's Range Rover. I don't know who has the white Chevy. And then the Hyundai.
It's so
choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the victims' cars.
All right.
But then we have this one. And I believe this is Hunter Chapin's or the sisters. It's definitely the Chapins. They own that vehicle and that vehicle. Both have Washington plates.
What is that, a Chevy?
So they're here.
Tell me what it is,
I'm
man.
shocked that they would just be here like that.
What kind of cars?
They're vehicles.
Yeah, they've all been sitting in public. Zoom in on that car. Well, I know his brother and sister were at Idaho also,
Just,
right?
Unbelievable, right? I was shocked.
Thank you.
I was shocked that they were just here like this, laid out like this, right here.
Thank you, Kip Kitty. Zoom in on that car.
Let's keep it moving. I'm going to take you to the Exxon station now where they had the surveillance.
Let me see if I can look at this car here. Why wouldn't you zoom in? You zoomed in on the Jeep. Why wouldn't you zoom in on the weird car? Does anybody know what make and model that vehicle is? Did somebody state?
Look. There's the cars.
No, it's just a regular
There's
lot.
Ethan's Jeep. There's Kaylee's Range Rover.
I'm surprised the parents.
I don't know who has the white Chevy. And
I hope to God nobody has jumped the fence and broke into those vehicles either.
The Hyundai. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the victims' cars. But then we have this one. And I believe this is Hunter Chapin's or the sisters. It's definitely the Chapins. They own that vehicle and that vehicle. Both have Washington plates. So
it's hard telling what that is. It almost looks like a Chrysler or maybe no, that's a Ford. What is that, a Ford Edge? That looks like a Ford emblem right there, that oval right there. I don't know. Well, it's an impound lot, I think. And so, like, really, any of the family members have to do is, with the power of attorney, they get possession of the vehicle, and then they can go to the impound lot, pay like $200, and then be able to take it with them. Yeah, good eyes, Mama Bear. It looks like a Ford of some sort. You can tell that's like a Ford emblem right there. Huh. Was that I wonder if there's any of these news clips that show the parking lot with all the vehicles there. I wonder if that vehicle is there because I don't think it was. I don't remember that sitting there. And yeah, let me look again. I don't remember seeing the Range Rover.
Oh, they're here. I mean, I'm shocked that they
Is
would
it?
just be here like that. Their vehicles.
That's cool. Not showing the plates there. That was a cool zoom and then zoom out before the
Just,
whole plate showed
you
up.
know,
Oh, is that the Range Rover?
unbelievable, right? I was shocked. There is a sidewalk there, and I'll wait till the person walking their dog passes. I don't want to confront or go near anybody with a camera like that because they might not like it. So I'll wait for the dog walker to go, and then we're gonna go over on the other side. We're gonna go over the other side. Look, there's the cars. There's Ethan's Jeep. There's Kaylee's Range Rover. I don't know who has the white Chevy, and then the Hyundai.
Hmm. So it is they're still there for evidence? Because I thought they were done with it and they just put it in a public impound lot until they can come pick it up, until all the power of attorneys get switched and such. Because that all takes some time, you know, the paperwork and the courts and all that. Chat said the Hunter guy was at the house in the morning when Ellie were called. How do we? Yeah, that's the brother, right? To Ethan Hunter. I thought they were done. Yeah, I thought they were just in a. That's why I was surprised because I was like, damn, they released the vehicles and they're just going to go let them sit in a public lot where they can get broken into, messed with. I mean, and I've seen some public lots before, and honestly, that was a pretty nice damn public lot. At the same time, it's really wide open too. Like anybody could jump that damn fence and use a Slim Jim and get in them vehicles. That's creepy right there. They wouldn't tell. Yeah, they're real hush hush about all that crap. I don't understand why. Thank you very much for that link, Coat. Yeah, that I did see. There's been a lot of videos from that guy. You know, to go up there and geez, you listen to the videos and you can hear the snow crunch and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cold. That's so cold. All right, let me switch. We're going to go to this interview from the father here. See what they say. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
And joining me now is the father of Kaylee Gonzalez, Steve Gonzalez, as well as their family's attorney, Shannon Gray. Steve, thanks so much for joining the program. Again, I made a promise to you that our audience would stay on this case, not let this case die. We had a cooling off period last week. Got to respect for law enforcement to bring the temperature down a little bit. What new can you tell us, Steve? I know we got this new surveillance video that was released by our digital team today. What can you tell us?
That film, to the family, we've had that film for a while. I believe the business reached out to us directly and after they had given it to the police. So it was kind of comforting us because it's just two girls having a good time talking about, asking about their bartender and just being girls on their way to the grub truck.
Yeah, so you don't suspect that this guy, as stated in the video, is somehow a suspect or anything like that. You guys have known about the video for a while.
We have, and we asked, and we did the obvious due diligence when we looked into that, and it was pretty clear that this individual was not a part of the investigation as far as a.
Good copy. So, Steve, what can you tell us about the investigation thus far? We've heard about the car details being released as well. Is anything that we can do to get some answers for you guys so we can get this suspect, whoever it is, in custody?
They've kind of informed us through communications that they've checked all the easiest paths. So like if this individual had this car registered to his name and it was just something very quick that they could just look up in the area and go right to his house, they've done all the due diligence there. They've done all that. So now they're reaching out and they're going to look to the community, see if this individual borrowed this car. It doesn't appear that it's something that they have real easy access to. So he may have ran, and they really pushed the narrative saying, hey, if we can get these guys to focus on something that's really helpful, which is this car, and find out if somebody says, hey, that car that looks a lot like mine, I'm going to come forward and just volunteer my information, and then they can figure out if somebody else had borrowed it or.
I'm still surprised nobody's came forward about that. Especially if one was driving through the town. It's so suspicious. There's probably one white Hyundai Elantra in Moscow, and that's the only person that ain't coming forward.
Heck, who knows?
Steve, we talked about this off air, but one of the reasons why I want to bring this up is because I think it's critical to this investigation. A lot of these young people were teenagers, and there may have been some illicit activity that was minor that they would have gotten in trouble for, and it may be preventing them from coming forward. What can you tell these young people to kind of motivate them to give up some answers? Don't worry about all the petty stuff. 4 innocent lives were lost here.
Yeah, I want kids to understand that this is such a big case that these guys have their hands full. I wanted to go out there and tell everyone we support the Gonzalez family, support the local police officers, so much so that we want them to be able to work on this case.
Of course.
I know that this is way over the normal workload that they normally have. Plus, they have patrols. They have to patrol now. This guy's not caught. So, there were some rumors that I called these officers a coward. That was not for these officers. That was for a lawyer that was standing in between what the officers would like to release and what is actually being released. And I called that individual. And this was just about coming forward and saying that the profile is a male. I feel like at a month we can rule that that's not going to hurt the case. It's pretty clear. Even the coroner said this was a very strong individual. 2 people had defensive wounds, overpowered those people. So I'm just trying to steer the conversation into a way. So I have another son. I have another person who's going to school there, and I don't want him walking around those streets if it's not safe. So we know as a family what we're looking for. And if they see an individual looking a certain way, I'm telling my kids, steer clear of that.
Steve,
but I want other families to know.
Steve, this is your first, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother, but this is your first Christmas without Kaylee. How you doing? How's your family doing?
What do you think, man? You're gonna make him cry on
we're not
TV?
even really gonna have a Christmas because you just can't get yourself there.
You know the
where,
answer to that
it would make
question.
sense. One of my children, the youngest one, is gonna go stay with some families because they're
Good
gonna have the
afternoon or
normal type
evening, Dre.
Christmas.
Thank you for
and she
hopping in.
deserves that. But for us, we can't do that. It's too close to our heart. And
How do you
how
think
do you have
he's
a
gonna answer
celebration
that?
like this when you've lost 2 of your favorite people in the world?
brother, we continue to pray for you, our audience as well. Thank you so much for joining the program.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest.
You know, how do you think the dad's going to answer that question? That's just going to make dude cry on TV. Come on. You think anybody's going to say, oh, it's going to be a wonderful fucking Christmas? Come on. All right. Video appears to show victim. So I think actually there was a right here 17-second clip here. News Nation. It sounds like okay, and I thought I was crazy. Thank you everybody for coming in here. I thought I was crazy, but when I was watching somebody else's stream earlier, they said that the voices sounded British too, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy then. Like, it sounds British to me. Let me pause the music real quick. Has everybody seen this clip? I'll pause the music and then I'll play it again. It just sounds British to me. It's just weird. I don't know. I'm not saying it's not them. It just sounds British. Why? Who's that guy walking with him? Who is that guy walking with him? When did that take place? Does anybody know this? I don't know if it's Hoodie Guy. I don't think. Was this before the grub truck? After the grub truck? It couldn't be after because they got a ride, so it'd have to be before. Maybe they were walking from the corner club to the grub truck. I don't know. Does anybody know like when this supposedly took place and when? It doesn't look like Hoodie Guy though. That guy's got a white hoodie on. I think Hoodie Guy. What color of hoodie did he have? It might be because this. It appears that this person has their hat backwards, and I know when Hoodie Guy showed up to the grub truck, he had his hat on backwards. Then he put it on forward when he put the hoodie up. Yeah, it looks like he's got like a hat on backwards. And then when he showed up to the grub truck, hat was on backwards. He puts the hoodie up. That's when he turns it forward. Let me see something here. I want to thank Kelt again for this link for the grub truck live stream. We're going to go to this. We're going to see what Hoodie Guy was wearing here.
Welcome to the car.
All right, so let's go to was like 350 something. Who wears the whatever. Let's see what video. I wear my baseball hat backwards. What are you talking about, Kelp? Alright, where is Hoodie Guy?
You've gotten that before?
Oh, that's too loud. No, that's too late. It was like 350 something. 343. All right, there it is. You know what that could be? Hold on. This guy's got white shoes on. Let's see if we see white shoes. Let's see if we see white shoes in this. Thank you, Kib Kitty. Thank you. Oh, you didn't miss anything, ATS. How you doing, ATS? Thank you, Kib Kitty. He is wearing white shoes. He is wearing white shoes. Holy shit. White shoes, white hoodie. White shoes, white hoodie. Dude's wearing his hat backwards walking down the street. Dude's wearing his hat backwards when he shows up at the grub truck. That's on their way to the grub truck. That is Hoodie Guy walking with them. And that's got to be on the way to the grub truck. He turns his hat forward when he puts his hoodie up. Let me see. Okay, they should be showing up here in a second. Okay, there they are. Yep. Wearing hat backwards. Wearing hat backwards. Yep. Right there. So that is on the way. Who pointed? Was that you, Mama Bear? Let me scroll back up. I think it was you, Mama Bear, that... Who said that it was Hoodie Guy? Oh, Kel. And Christy B. Now, that was showing the likeness of her ex and Hoodie Guy. So that's what I'm hearing, ATS, that Adam's the bartender. Kib Kitty, what did you mention earlier? Something about Jack and Adam being the same person or something? Type that up in chat again, would you? What were you saying about that? So heard he's friends with Jack. The bartender, huh? Yeah, and Christy B, yeah, you mentioned something. I think you first asked if it was the hoodie guy. I wasn't even looking at it like that. And yeah, that's hoodie guy. That's them showing up probably right before they were walking up here. Why the British voices though? That's what sounds so weird to me. The British voices. But that is hoodie guy wearing hat backwards, white shoes, white hoodie. No, another Adam, not the bartender. Whoa. So there's another Adam besides the Adam bartender? I've seen a few times. And someone in chat said they were one and the same. Huh. I wonder what they were talking about. Showed hoodie guy and X wore same resemblance of clothes and hat. I thought. See, I'm still confused about that. I heard that hoodie guy was the X, but then I also heard hoodie guy was a neighbor. And I keep hearing those two things about hoodie guy, and I don't know why. I wonder if that would be the rage to commit these crimes. Adam knowing everything. Whoever they're talking about. See something here. It's just really weird. Moving TV. What happened?
A possible lead to stabbing death of 4 University of Idaho students. Newly surfaced surveillance video appears to show Kaylee Gonsalves and Maddie Mogan walking with a man in downtown Moscow just hours before they were murdered. The 2 young women appear to be wearing the same clothes when they stopped at a food truck. In this new video, they are heard talking about a man named Adam. Senior national correspondent Brian Enton live on the ground.
Yeah, one of them was asking, what did you tell Adam? And the other one responds, like, I told Adam everything.
In Moscow with more on how this new video surfaced. Brian?
Natasha, we know that police have had this surveillance video since a few days after the murders, but we are now just seeing it for the first time. And it is not just video, there is also audio. Surveillance video newly obtained by News Nation shows what appears to be Kaylee Gonsalves and her best friend Maddie Mogan walking in downtown Moscow, Idaho, just hours before they were murdered. You can hear their voices in the video. For the first time, we are hearing the name Adam. The attorney representing the Gonsalves family says he is a bartender and that he is not a suspect at this time. The Moscow Police Department.
That's what They're saying
Not
about
commenting
everybody.
specifically on the video, but in a statement to News Nation said
What is
any
this, man?
digital content submitted as tips and leads becomes part of the investigation. We review and investigate submissions. Findings become part of the information, not make public, to maintain the integrity of the investigation. Meanwhile, the
yada.
Gonzalez family is questioning whether the investigation is being handled properly by Moscow police, especially within the first 48 hours after the murders. Their attorney spoke to News Nation's Chris Cuomo.
From the get-go, we still get more and more information every day about mishaps or missteps that I think the investigation has made. One of the questions we asked when we went in was, why not, within the first 24 to 48 hours, release some information about, we're looking for someone that may have missed work, that may have come in with, injuries to their forearms or their hands, things like that. It's a small community. People that have taken a vacation immediately, things like that normal things that may be abnormal to people that live in the community, and getting that out. And they said they didn't do it because of investigative reasons.
Police continue to focus on the white Hyundai Elantra they believe was in the area of the house near the murders and are asking for tips related to the car. Detectives insist the investigation is not slowing down. With the holidays coming up, how does that impact the investigation? I know there's still dozens of FBI agents assisting and state police. Does that wind down?
It's got to be so cold
It
there.
doesn't wind down, but we realize that people need a little time, need a little rest. We want them sharp and ready and, get some relief so they can come back and not miss anything, stay focused. So the intensity and the pace will remain the same, but at the same time, just giving people some turns to get out with their families, get a little bit of mental break so they stay sharp.
So police say that the pace will remain the same, but still no major updates. They haven't released any suspect information or a person of interest, but they insist this is not a cold case. Natasha?
All right, Brian Enton live for us on the ground in Moscow.
It's like being told the economy's great, but you go to the grocery store and you're like, bullshit. Oh my gosh. Oh, cool. Let me check it out. Hold on 1 second. Awesome. I would love to see your guys' Christmas trees. Pepsi's tree. Aw. The puppy's tree. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. That puppy is so damn cute. Look at that puppy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's okay. That's a beautiful picture, Coat. Wow. Hold on, let me zoom that in. Look at that. That puppy. That is awesome. That is freaking awesome. Aw. She thought you were mad. Look at that. That's so cute. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you, Coat. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm going to switch. I think Brian Enton had something on his Twitter here real quick. There was something on there. Let me see. The attorney for the Goncalves family tells me it is his understanding Adam is a bartender and is not a suspect at this time. Video obtained through Facebook groups. That's basically the video that we already watched. Full surveillance. I told Adam everything. What is this new? Isn't that what we just watched? Or yeah. 1 hour? Yeah, we just watched that. Okay. I thought there was something else on there. Yeah, that was awesome. That was so cool, Kelt. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Mama Bear. Let's see here. There's a bed crime story video I wanted to check out. Moscow's Christ Church. Now, I did see something about a church earlier today. I don't know. Well, on right here it says right here. It says right here from the attorney that Adam is a bartender and is not a suspect. But there's maybe another Adam out there that could possibly be out there. There is this video from Bed Crime Stories. I'll go ahead and post the link in the chat for that channel. I do use these from time to time. I did see stuff about a Christ Church coming up. I don't know what about, but I'm curious to find out. Let's see. So we'll post the link in the chat. Bed Crime Stories.
Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. Good day, bed crimers. I hope life in your neck of the woods is going well. Happy holidays to you. I wish you all a peaceful holiday season surrounded by loving family members and friends. To anyone new, welcome to the channel. Thanks for checking it out.
Very cool logo.
Hey, if after listening to and watching this video,
cool.
you find that you maybe learned something or you enjoyed the content, please do me a favor and hit the like button. And please consider subscribing. And now, without further ado, let's dig in. Inan Harsh, aka Chef Dizzy, the 30-year-old neighbor of the slain students in Moscow, Idaho, recently appeared on the Hidden True Crime podcast with host Lauren Matthias. He also turned up on another channel called Unresolved Crimes, where he spent about 15 minutes chatting with the host. Inan Harsh first turned up on the scene because of some comments he made to a reporter from the Idaho Statesman newspaper who happened to be in the neighborhood where the slain students' rental home is located. Harsh, who lives in the brick and yellow apartment complex right next door to the crime scene, said then, when he was taking out his garbage, he ran into the reporter. That's when Harsh announced that he may have heard a scream around 4 a.m. on November 13th, 2022, the day of the murders. This was a shocking thing to hear 3.5 weeks after the crime from a guy who'd made a post on social media 2 days after the murders saying that there were no screams, no evidence, and no trace. When you have a neighbor who lives right next door to the crime scene show up in the news talking about a possible scream 3.5 weeks after the fact, and then you discover that he said something completely different 2 days after the crime, it gets everyone's attention and it casts suspicion on said neighbor. During his interview on Unresolved Crime, which I'll leave a link to in the description, Harsh told the host that he thinks it's possible the crime could have been committed by someone who follows the tenets of a local Moscow church that has been called cult-like. The controversial Christ Church was founded in Moscow back in the 1990s, and it appears that over time this church has become increasingly conservative, and its grip and even control over Moscow has become tighter and tighter. An article that was published on November 2nd of 2021 on the Guardian's website says that experts who've studied the Moscow church estimate that the size of its congregation and its offshoot churches are about 2,000, a little under 10% of the town's total population. The church has a stated goal to make Moscow a Christian town. Per the 2021 Guardian article, which was written and published when COVID was still at the forefront of the news, and I quote, "Church figures had browbeaten elected officials over COVID restrictions, built powerful institutions in parallel to secular government, harassed perceived opponents, and accumulated land and businesses in Moscow in pursuit of a long-term goal of transforming America into a nation ruled according to its own ultra-conservative moral precepts." In another article about Christ's Church, written by Sarah Stankorb and published on Vice.com on September 28th of 2021, Moscow's in-town farmers market was described as being populated by friendly, well-dressed Kirkers, which is local shorthand for members of Mother Kirk, the nickname for Christ Church. The article said that Christ Church is affiliated with institutions throughout Moscow's main street and business district, including the K-12 Logos School, a publishing house called Canon Press, an unaccredited pastoral ministry program named Greyfriars Hall, and a private college called New St. Andrews. It sounds like anyone living in Moscow, including the students who show up there for part of the year, is aware of Christ Church. One of the biggest criticisms of this ultra-conservative church are its misogynistic views, its belief that women should be controlled by their husbands. According to Stan Korb's article, the church's controversial pastor, Douglas Wilson, preaches that wives need to be led with a firm hand, end quote. Wilson has also written that men conquer and women surrender. One woman who calls herself a survivor of this church called it a patriarchal cult in which women must submit or face discipline at home and at church. For this article, Vice interviewed 12 former and current church members and Logos students and reviewed court and medical documents, church correspondence, and business filings. Ex-church members describe a punitive community in which women are told they must defer to church leaders and cannot say no to their husbands. Men are taught to strictly control their homes, and those who speak out can be isolated and harassed. What I find interesting is that this ultra-conservative church is smack in the middle of a college town. In general, college towns tend to be on the liberal side, and Moscow's University of Idaho is big into Greek life, where students who are interested can apply to fraternities and sororities. And by the way, those applications come with a price. You have to pay to apply to these fraternities and sororities. And there's also an annual charge for most of them. Sometimes they can end up costing around $1,000 to apply and upwards of $3,000 to pay the annual fees. Now, those are on the high side. Some are as low as maybe $100 to apply. And while these social organizations are designed to foster academic, community service, and social initiatives, as well as the tenets of friendship, leadership, scholarship, and philanthropy, they have also been known to cultivate a party culture. It is not uncommon for alcohol to be abused at some of these parties. Inan Harsh also describes how loud the houses on Greek Row can be when the students are socializing on the weekends. Harsh said it's not uncommon to hear screams on any given Saturday. It makes me wonder how Christ Church and its faithful followers view the university, its many fraternity and sorority houses, and their loud, sometimes raucous parties. Some of the female students who lived at the crime scene on King Road were in sororities, and their residence was known as a party house. How does the Christ Church regard the partying that goes on along Greek Road? Could someone who follows this church's ultra-conservative beliefs have noticed the attractive females living at 1122 King Road? And could this violent act have been done as a punishment, maybe, for their partying ways, as a way to make an example out of them as to what happens when you live a certain way, or in retaliation for some perceived or stated rejection by someone who belongs to that church. We've also heard about these incels, or involuntary celibates, who are part of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually and who are typically associated with views that are hostile toward women and men as well who are sexually active. Could there be an incel living in or near Moscow
I've heard
who
of
decided
that.
to act out? Could this incel be attached to this church in some way? Someone who follows this church's beliefs about women. By the way, I'm not saying this vicious crime was sanctioned by Christ Church or carried out by a churchgoer,
incel.
but I'm speculating if there could be some sort of connection. Is there someone who frowns upon young female students drinking alcohol, hosting loud parties, wearing short dresses, enjoying their beauty? Note that I'm not saying in any way that these young women were doing anything wrong or that their behavior is in any way such that they deserved this. No way. And people should dress however they want to. And it's no invitation to others to look at them and lust after them. College is supposed to be a time to socialize and have fun.
Yeah, you know, ATS.
And what females wear are their business, and it should not be viewed by men as an open invitation to stare at them with lascivious intent or to think that they are somehow leading men on. As we're now past the...
I don't see how... But the whole incel thing where it's like extremism type shit, you know, I could see that. I totally agree with the ATS. What's a better way to explain incel, chat? It's a group that has a purpose. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Yeah, that's some weird shit though. But I guess you'd have to go there to really find out what it's about, you know what I'm saying? In ATS, I just noticed there was a video. New body cam shows Maddie Mogan on phone with cops. ATS News' channel right here. They have issues with women. We are the enemy, and we're the... Because they... Yeah. No, you're good, Cal. No, I mean, what they were saying about the females was like, geez, you know, you have to be subservient and all this other... You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't, like... I don't know. It just seems... You know, they have their own views and ways, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. Being for... Okay, there we go. Dang, ATS. That's a description. They are soft boys. Yeah, there you go. Good descriptions. Thank you. Yeah, what is this video? Enhanced audio. Here, let me turn the music down here. That's enhanced audio.
Hey, ladies, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
We're not actually. I don't
You don't live here?
No, I don't.
Here for noise complaint.
Yeah, they did.
Get on the damn door.
Damn, they are blowing that music.
Hey, who's the owner or who lives here?
I can go get them real quick.
Okay, thank you, please.
Two weeks? This is what the other group had that ran away. Oh, really? They just ditched it? Awesome. This one kept walking in the car, and the other one grabbed the back corner. Hey, property. Take that back.
Wow, ATS, thank you for this.
There's a lot of fucking
And please go like this video on her channel as well.
alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Moscow, I said lot. I don't know what sorority lives here. Got an 1122. Yes.
They just sit there and let the door be shut and the music off and just calmly wait. Why aren't they knocking on that door again? Like, what is going on? What are you trying to hide? Wow, these cops are lax.
Blend into the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to come back.
Wow.
That's all right. We're only here for a noise complaint. Come to the damn door.
They are chill. Wow. And they're still. What the heck?
Start the search. I just rang the doorbell.
Shit. Wow. They knocked twice and they. Oh my gosh. What the heck?
Whoever lives here needs to come talk to us, or we're going to start doing a lot more than just deal with
I will
noise.
go tell them.
Yeah, just tell them to come to the front door. We'll deal with the noise complaint, and we'll leave. Yep, thank you. Yep.
You can hear them screaming still. Wow, are you serious?
Come to the door, guys. Send whoever lives here down to the door. Not leaving.
Wow.
We can also see you.
Do the cops just let people run all over them like
They're
this?
scared.
Oh my God. But they already opened the door. What? Still? Wow. And they're like screaming and chanting and partying still.
So I just looked for everyone that lives here, and they're not here right now.
No one's here that lives here at all.
No one's here that lives
So
here.
everyone here's trespassing?
Well, no one's here that's trespassing, but no one that lives here is here right now.
So where'd they go?
They're just not here. I have no clue where they went. No clue.
So you guys just throwing a party in their house at this time?
At one point, they're not here right now. I just searched all the rooms.
They left and went over to some other party, and everyone is about to leave and go over to another party.
Okay. Who does live here? What are their names?
I am actually not sure. I live across the street. I just came over. I haven't drank a drop.
Male, female?
I think it's mainly females. I think it's like 4 females.
What sorority are they affiliated with?
I don't know.
I don't know if they're associated with the. I don't know.
So I guarantee you they're associated with the sorority. As many of them are living here. It's an off-campus sorority house. I've been a cop for 22 years here. I'm not stupid. Don't play dumb games with me. I'd rather deal with this as a noise complaint than getting a hold of the Greek council and the Greek board and all of that and the students and playing all these stupid fucking games.
Do you?
I don't know.
Quick question.
Because I guarantee you there's a lot of underage drinking because they left their alcohol behind.
Do you want us to try and get a name or a phone number and we can call someone?
We just need to talk to somebody who lives here because otherwise I have to be under the assumption you guys are unlawfully entered because no one who lives here is here.
Okay.
Right?
We'll go.
So I need to verify that there was a party here. Now everyone left.
We'll go get a phone number. We'll be right back. Sorry, we're not trying to make your life.
I understand. I just letting you know this is how it's going to play out. I'm not going anywhere until I talk to somebody.
We'll be right back. You guys mind just leaving the door open for us? That way we can get some sort of communication between us and them. We're not going to come in.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No worries. And hey guys, really, we're just coming here for noise complaint.
Okay,
so we understand y'all drinking.
Right?
I apologize for no one coming to the door. The issue is we were trying to find the. Everyone's kind of freaked out because cops are here. You guys are having a good time, right? Well, I've been at another house before and I went out and talked to the cops, but I wasn't the resident, so they just told me to go back inside, basically. So
No worries. So, hey, just go ahead and get the contact. Thanks, man.
We'll be right back.
All right.
And don't tell me this isn't a fucking off-campus sorority house.
I was seriously doing the same thing. Take all the campus back. Have a nice day.
They threw a big ass party with underage drinkers, and they all left and won't come to the door. So they're cooperating together. Here are the names of people who are there. They're here. There's a party somewhere.
Yeah, their music got real quiet.
Real fast.
Real fast. Noise complaint done.
The only one that I hear.
Yep.
They said they're going to the market. They were taking alcohol. Guess what?
Huh?
Start dumping alcohol.
Good to go.
They abandoned property.
This is crazy. Thank you so much, ATS.
Oh.
Wow.
White Claws? White Claws. You're going to be so angry at me. They're cold, too. Man.
Yeah, these are cold.
The open one.
Hello.
You do that? Learn that from a college kid.
All right, Josh. Jordan, you talk to
Maddie.
This is one of the owners of this here. She's on the phone right now.
Hi, this is Officer Will Small. Please speak with Maddie. 1 second. Let me turn the volume up on this phone here.
People want to be dumb.
All right, can you hear me, Maddie?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you live at 1122 Queen Street?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, hey, the reason that we're here is that we received a noise complaint of loud music, partying. Okay. Once we approached the house, people started running away. They left a bunch of alcohol behind. We're not even coming for alcohol. We're coming for the noise complaint. And then we sat here for approximately 10 minutes trying to knock on the door. No one would come to the door until these two gentlemen came down and actually answered the door. So right now, if I I would like to collect your information, your name, number, your date of birth, and I'm guessing, and I want your current address at also as well. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay. So let me go ahead and what's your first name? Maddie?
Could be maybe. Yes.
And how do you spell that, Maddie?
My legal name is Madison. It's Madison.
What's your middle name, Madison?
May, M-A-Y.
What's your last name?
Mogen, M-O-G-E-N.
M-O-G-E-N? Okay. What's your date of birth, Madison? Okay. And what's your current address?
1122 King Road.
Okay. And are you a student at U of I?
Yep.
Okay.
I will graduate with a bachelor's. I'm still doing my master's.
All right, Madison. So here's the deal. Okay. They've already said that no one here lives at, none of the occupants that live at this address are here right now. So now you have a house full of random people. You need to let them know that the noise needs to come down. Okay. We just received a noise complaint. We want that music turned down. And we don't want to come back again tonight. If we have to come back again tonight, then there's going to be even more problems. Okay.
I see both sides.
Sounds good. I'm just frustrated. I'm also so sorry once again.
I understand. Okay. It's just, I mean, if I were you guys, I'd probably just come home and make sure that whoever is partying here is keeping it down to a minimum. Okay.
Yeah. We're going to pick all of them.
Okay. So at this point, we're going to leave. Okay. And again, if I have to come back later tonight, like I said, I just want to express that there's going to be some citations given out. Okay.
Okay. Very clear. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. You enjoy your evening. All right.
You too.
Bye. All right, man. Here's your phone.
Thank you.
Hey, so, yep.
You already told her about noise?
Yep, already told her about noise. If we have to come back.
You guys noise because you don't live here.
Yeah.
But I would probably strongly suggest that anyone else that's left here, they don't live here. Probably would just
Thank you guys.
If not, I'm going to come back.
We weren't lying to you guys. No one lives here that we were just.
Yeah, they were here. They went to a party. This would not be the first party I've ever gone to with people who went with me. Yeah. And just let people stay. Why they do that, I don't know. To me, that would be stupid. It happens where I live.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But yeah, we'll go let them know. And then make sure. Just let them know I'm not going to stand out here and wait for them to come out and give them my fees or anything like that.
I appreciate
but in the same term, tell them not to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
That's the first way you're going to get us.
What a video. Thank you so much. I want to go back to the beginning of that and see how they answer the frickin' door again. I was just expecting they were going to open it right back up as soon as they shut it, but I didn't realize it was going to take that long. I want to see how they act in the very, very beginning.
Ladies, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
We're not actually.
I don't live here?
No, I don't.
Here for noise complaint.
I'm the same way, Kelt. I'd rather suffer the financial than suffer any kind of peace when it comes to having a roommate. I've always been that way. The last time I had a roommate, an actual roommate was probably when I was 20, maybe 21. And then after that, no, not anymore.
Yeah, they did.
Get on the damn door.
Hey, who's the owner or who lives here?
I can go get them real quick.
Okay, thank you, please.
Damn, they just shut that shit right away.
This is what the other group had that ran away.
I can go get them real quick.
That music
Yeah,
is
they
so
did.
loud.
Get on the damn door.
Hey, who's the owner or who lives here?
I can go get them real quick.
Okay, thank you, please.
This is what the other group had that ran away. Oh, really? They just ditched it? Awesome. Yeah, those ones kept walking in the car, and the other one grabbed the back corner. They in the property. Take that back. There's a lot of fucking alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Moscow. I said, why?
Wow, all that alcohol
I don't
was
know what
sitting out
square
there
he
when
lives
they
here.
showed up.
Got 11:22. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ATS. Wow, and the enhanced audio too.
Blend into the dark. Yeah. You're not going to come back? You think I'm going to leave? I saw that. We're only here for a noise complaint. Come to the damn door. Teach you how to dog.
Start the search. I just rang the doorbell.
Here for a noise complaint? Whoever lives here needs to come talk to us, or we're going to start doing a lot more than just deal with
I will
noise.
go tell them.
Yeah, just tell them to come to the front door. We'll deal with the noise complaint, and we'll leave. Yep. Thank you.
That's like your parents telling you, you better do this or I'm gonna whoop your ass. And you know that they're not gonna. Not that that was what happened, but it looked to be like a Chevy. It looked to be like a Chevy of some sort. Here, let me go to the beginning.
Hey, ladies, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
We're not actually. I don't
You don't know who lives here?
No, I don't.
Here for a noise complaint.
Yeah, they did.
Get on the damn door.
Hey, who's the owner or who lives here?
I can go get them real quick.
Okay, thank you, please.
She leaves? This is what the other group had that ran away. Oh, really? They just ditched it? Awesome. Yeah, those ones kept walking in the car, and the other one grabbed the back corner. Hey, property. Check that back. There's a lot of fucking alcohol in there.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's a Chevy Malibu. Does that look about right, everybody? Chevy Malibu? Looks like a Chevy Malibu, I think. A Chevy, that's clear. I'm thinking Malibu, though. I don't know the Malibus that well. Wow, they just shut that door real quick. That's crazy. Then the cops keep knocking, and then you can hear them chanting and screaming, and they're still partying. Crazy. That's nuts. Thank you very much, ATS. Crazy. Definitely go over and hit that like on the video, too. Wow. All right. The dog has to be... I don't know. I think the dog was kind of just used to all the chaos. like Kelt said, it's probably why the dog didn't bark, because if they were all asleep and there's just a little bit of noise going on, that dog's probably used to loud music and people screaming and yelling and partying, and I think that's what you're trying to say, Kel. Wow, what a video. Okay. There is some crime talk I do want to watch. And then there's some other cases too that popped up. But definitely want to watch this crime talk, see what he says about the Idaho students case. Thank you, everybody, for being in here.
Good day, everyone. My name is Scott Reich, and this is Crime Talk. And yes, today's video is the weekly recap of all of the top stories throughout the week, all conveniently located in one location. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for Now, first, as most people know, Kaylee Goncalves, her best friend Madison Mogen, Zana Kernodle, and her boyfriend Ethan Chapin were slaughtered in the early morning hours of November 13th in their rental home near the University of Idaho campus. Now, the family of one of the 4 University of Idaho victims killed in the home invasion attack last month is looking to raise reward money for information regarding the case and the investigation as it now hits its 4th week without an arrest or anyone being identified as a possible suspect. To raise the funds, the family is supporting a pair of online fundraisers, a GoFundMe set up by Goncalves' former boss, Jeremiah J., and a Give, Send, Go campaign from a family friend named Brooke Miller. Christy Goncalves has stated for the family. Now, the money raised will go directly to getting answers as well as helping to pay for Kaylee's final arrangements and her celebration of life on December 30th. Now, the family had previously held off on announcing any sort of memorial plans, but obviously have changed their mind. When asked about the lack of reward on Saturday, police simply said, "We have enough tips. We have a steady supply of information in this case. We don't really need any more." Okay, I'm paraphrasing a little bit of the last part of that, but you get the drift. Now, the father of Kaylee Goncalves has stated that the victims, quote, had big gouges that were clearly the work of a sadistic male, and called police cowards
that's
for
weird.
not sharing more information with the public. Stephen Goncalves said he asked the coroner, Kathy Mabott, about how many times the victims were stabbed. She said, quote, "Sir, I don't think stab is the right word. It was like tears, like this was a strong weapon, not like a stab." She apparently said these were big open gouges. She said it was quick. These weren't things where you would be able to call 911. They were going to bleed out slowly, Mr. Goncalves said. His daughter's injuries definitely did not match Mogen's wounds. They may have individually died from the same thing, being stabbed, but there are more details, he stressed. He stated that their injuries are not even close to matching. Now, the knife apparently slashed open Kaylee Goncalves' liver and her lungs, according to her father. And according to the coroner, his daughter and Mogen were ambushed in their sleep, and they were found in the same bed. Goncalves surmised that they died in Mogen's bedroom on the 3rd floor because there are photos of Kaylee's room with no blood on the bed. Now, although the coroner told Goncalves that the victims died quickly and did not suffer, he said that he is not convinced of that. According to Goncalves, Kernodle, who had a defense's wound, and Chapin were found in the 2nd floor of the residence. It apparently was a hell of a battle going on down there, from what the coroner has explained to the family. The coroner told him that the perpetrator was a strong individual, but police have yet to identify the suspect's gender. Mr. Gonsalves also said that he got outraged by them not just coming out and saying this was a woman or a man, because they should know by now the amount of strength it took to deliver the injuries. They're just being cowards. There's girls walking around the street right now that deserve to know. They should be on the lookout for a sadistic male. Now, police also said in a statement that they will not comment on or release specific details of the crime. It is what we must do to preserve the integrity of the investigation, said
Thank you,
Ronnie
Kip
Johnson,
Kitty.
the
I
public
appreciate that.
information officer of the Moscow Police Department. We want more than an arrest. We want justice. It takes time to do things correctly. Johnson said that the police are encouraging good safety practices in general and are not focusing on a specific threat to the community. Like I said, police have yet to name a suspect or a person of interest publicly, but no offer of a reward has some people speculating that there is a potential suspect. But as we have seen thus far, speculation regarding this case is rampant since the police have been tight-lipped, other than a specific plea for information about the white Hyundai Elantra. Now, online sleuths continue to raise questions about a student who interacted with two of the victims at a food truck and the roommates who slept through the killings. Online threats have police considering criminal charges against those crossing the line. Now, with an unsolved case, online speculation will continue to run wild. On TikTok, videos with the hashtag Idaho Murders have almost 215 million views. A subreddit dedicated to the case has over 43,000 members who are apparently analyzing just about everything about the case and any new development. And a few days after the attack, video emerged of Madison Mogen and Kaylee Gonsalves at a food truck just hours before they were killed. Armchair detectives.
That was from the sister, though, wasn't it?
Man that can be seen in the footage, publicizing his name and digging into his social media accounts. Police were flooded with questions about the man's alibi, but that individual has since been cleared by the police. So far, investigators have revealed they've collected about 113 pieces of physical evidence from the scene. That's the problem with internet detectives. They're working off incomplete information, according to police. In some cases, information crowdsourcing online has been useful. Just last year, amateur social media sleuths helped solve the Gabby Petito case. After weeks of mystery, YouTubers Jen and Kyle Bethune found video of a white van they caught on their camera during a trip to Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. The van.
Speaking of, I was watching the Armchair Detective. I was actually watching that stream when he was talking to them, and they kind of noticed that vehicle. But yeah, Kelt, I had heard that the sister was the one that first released the Twitch stream with the grub truck. I thought it was the sister. And then after that, you know, we get a lot of updates from the dad. And then you got your body cams and such. But yeah, that's what I thought I heard. But yeah, the Armchair Detective, I remember watching that show when he had them people on. Pretty crazy. That was a crazy case too.
And matched the description on Petito and Brian Laundrie were traveling in. They gave the footage to the FBI, and days later, authorities found Petito's body near where the van had been spotted in the footage. In another case that drew international attention, everyday internet sleuths helped bring convicted murderer Luca Magnotta to justice. The 2019 Netflix docuseries Don't F with Cats showed the power of amateur detectives in the Magnotta case. However, citizen detectives have made mistakes. For example, they misidentified 22-year-old Sunil Tripathi as a suspect in the Boston Marathon bombing. Tripathi's family, who had been looking for Sunil after his disappearance.
I was speaking about the Armchair Detective. This is the channel. And this is one of them. There's red, blue, green, and juju. But the red is the free one. Just since I mentioned that channel. Wanted to make sure I showed it and put it in the link.
A month earlier was in video of a white van and they caught on their camera during a trip to Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. The van matched the description of the one Petito and Brian Laundrie were traveling in. They gave the footage to the FBI, and days later, authorities found Petito's body near where the van had been spotted in the footage. In another case that drew international attention, everyday internet sleuths helped bring convicted murderer Luca Magnotta to justice. The 2019 Netflix docuseries Don't F with Cats showed the power of
I never did watch that
in the Magnotta case. However,
I heard that was one I always should have watched, but I canceled my Netflix a couple months ago. Actually, when I started paying for StreamYard, I was like, I really don't need Netflix. I don't really watch it. I don't know. The title just weirded me out. But I always had people tell me I should have watched it.
Citizen detectives have made mistakes. For example, they misidentified 22-year-old Sunil Tripathi as a suspect in the Boston Marathon bombing. Tripathi's family, who had been looking for Sunil after his disappearance a month earlier, was inundated with phone calls and hateful messages. Tripathi was later found deceased. Authorities determined that he had taken his own life. But the line between internet sleuthing and unwarranted harassment is, well, it's thin. The law and prosecutors bind professional investigators, and they must prove their case in a court of law. And oftentimes, armchair detectives have no such obligation and are often, let's say, reckless in their rush to judgment. Online attention can also add to the noise, bind investigators tasked with sifting through information even all that more arduous. Now, as of Monday, detectives have received more than 2,645 email tips, 2,770 phone tips, and 1,084 digital media submissions related to the Idaho stabbings. Now, everyone has an opinion and wants to come out and say it. So what that does is it detracts from the public's ability to trust the information that is out there. That's according to the Moscow Police Department. We want to be the source. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, I am a firm believer in the internet sleuthing community.
True.
I believe that they can come up with lots of information that
What
the
they said
police
was true.
neither have the time nor the resources to conduct. But remember, it has to be legal and competent evidence that's going to be used in a court of law to obtain a conviction. And you just can't say anything about anyone because today you think that they did it. I have had people call my office and actually want to talk about this case and other cases. And you know what they say? Well, it's because I just have this gut feeling. Gut feelings are not evidence, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
You have to have real concrete evidence to obtain an arrest warrant and ultimately a conviction, which is going to be able to stand up to the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's
and
why.
Remember, 99% of all these people.
That's why we always tell chat, it's speculation. We are not Ellie. We are not part of the organizations. We are not privy to all of the classified information. We're speculation, we're theories, we're concepts. Some people just don't understand that.
Are not public figures. And if you go accusing someone of committing a heinous crime and you're wrong, guess what? You could be sued for defamation.
That's why you always got, you just have to, number one, you have to watch what you say. And number two, you have to make sure people understand, because a lot of people think that shit on Google is for real, like everything on Google is true. Everything on YouTube is true. And so, yes, we may have some crazy theories or ideas or, out of bounds thoughts about shit, but we always it's always understood, and we always let people know, but it's speculation, it's theories, it's our brain stew, it's our ideas, and some people just take it too far. That's one reason why I don't even really dig deep into, like, I don't get that close to the cases, you know what I mean? um I just like to view it all from a distance. Oh, chilly. How chilly is it there, Kib Kitty? How chilly is it? Man, it's freezing here, and it just keeps getting colder and colder every day. I saw something on. I'm gonna have to get this guy's link. Ryan Hall, y'all. I watched his show. Let me put up his link too. Take a pause and show you. Very good when it comes to weather. I was watching him. We had a tornado, a big storm coming through, and we had a tornado and stuff going on, and the local news wasn't really playing too much. And I ended up watching this guy on YouTube because the power went out, and so I turned on YouTube to see what was going on. And what a great weather forecaster, meteorologist, or whatever you want to call. Exactly, Kib Kitty. He's the one that I go to as well. He's the one that I watch. He covers whatever's going on in the United States, whether it's rain, snow, tornadoes, hurricanes. The dude is amazing. And he also gives a percentage of his donations to storm reliefs and such like that. So anytime there's a major tragedy when it comes to weather, he also donates. What an amazing channel, an amazing person. And if you're not following him, please give him a sub. Just awesome. And really, when your power goes out, that's the guy to go to, because he's always going to cover whatever's going on. Seriously. Yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all. But anyway, I was watching a video of his earlier, and it talked about how the winter is going to be the coldest one in my area. Was in that little section where we're going to be. It's going to be the chilliest winter in years. So I'm not surprised that it keeps getting colder and colder, and it's probably going to be cold as shit on Christmas, and it's just going to, I don't know. Definitely check out his videos, though. Very cool. Meteorologist, great channel. It's something that it's a go-to channel for me when it comes to weather. It should be for you as well.
Oh, public information needs to go to the police if they actually want to help the investigation. Like many Americans, we got a dog during the pandemic. My quarantine dog, Miss Winnie the Bulldog. Now, Miss Winnie has grown accustomed to being around us all the time. When we were leaving the house, Winnie would have extreme anxiety, so we decided to look for natural products to help with her anxiety. We looked for the highest quality CBD treats, and we were not satisfied. Neither was asked. Let's go ahead and talk about Richard Allen
Delphi.
and the Delphi murders. Well, there's information coming out that the murdered Delphi teenagers, Liberty German and Abigail Williams, were victims of a botched kidnapping plot hatched by members of a local child ring. Wasn't in the affidavit, so we're going to take this with a little bit of grain of salt. But like I said, there's reports from just 2 weeks after the affidavit had been released and was redacted, very limited, that ultimately resulted in the arrest of Richard Allen. And he's obviously been charged with 2 counts of murder for the murders that allegedly took place 5 years ago regarding Libby and Abby, where the bodies were found in Delphi, Indiana, back on February 13th of 2017. So these reports that came out are information's coming about that the reason why the police were digging in Mr. Allen's backyard is because they're digging up the alleged family cat. And they were the authorities were looking for hair that may prove to be a match for samples found on one of the victims, allegedly. Now, the Carroll County prosecutor, Nicholas McClellan, has openly stated that he believes Allen is not the only actor involved in this case. And while Allen has not been charged with kidnapping, the prosecutors have alleged he attempted a kidnapping. Well, apparently now sources, purport to be close to the investigation, have claimed that Mr. Allen was acting with at least 2 other men and was involved in this child sex ring. Now, as you may recall, Keegan Klein of Peru, Indiana, who's currently awaiting trial on several charges of possessing images of children, was cooperating with the state police and prosecutors, obviously in an attempt to reduce his own charges and make his own situation. Now, the sources that the girls met Keegan Klein online, and he arranged to meet them near the bridge that day, but didn't go. Instead, he set them up to be kidnapped for this child ring. Now, during one of the several police interviews, Keegan Klein admitted to soliciting underage girls for pictures by catfishing them, obviously posing as a teenage girl by the name of Emily Ann, or a hunky model actor by the name of Anthony Schatz.
I think we already
It was
watched
apparently
this.
the name Anthony Schatz that he communicated with Libby German.
Right.
Now, Schatz
I think we already watched this. I think
was one of the last people.
I believe this one was already on a previous show that we watched. Is this a recap? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. The first part was good info. I thought we watched this already. I was like, man, it sounds pretty similar. When it did the beeps, I was like, huh, that sounds just like the other one. All right. Triple demic on the rise over the holiday season.
COVID rapidly spreading here in the U.S. Again, some calling this a triple demic, noting that COVID, RSV, and flu cases are all on the rise. And this current season of illness already competes with some of the worst cold and flu seasons in history, also reportedly starting 2 months earlier than normal. Joining us now, impacting us this holiday season, Dr. Susan Casey Bleasdale, the Chief Quality Officer for the University of Illinois Hospital and Health Sciences System. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
What are you tracking right now into the chat? Is it, have we peaked, and what is the outlook?
Well, as you mentioned, there are 3. So it's the COVID-19 virus, it's influenza, and then we've been struggling also with something called respiratory syncytial virus, which is a virus that can affect everyone, but is very significant for the very young, and it can be for the very old. We have really seen things start to increase after the Thanksgiving holiday. We may start to see a plateau, but we know we're heading into the holidays in a week for many that celebrate Christmas. And what we saw last year, unfortunately, is people gathering and a lot of transmission around the holidays. So we anticipate that those numbers are going to go up in the next week to 2 weeks. And it's really important for us to try to do what we can to prevent cases so that our hospitals are not overwhelmed and so that we can protect people from severe illness.
And we know influenza normally peaks in February, but it's driven up hospitalization to the highest level for this time of year in more than a decade, surpassing hospitalizations for COVID. How concerned should we be about influenza? Out of the 3, is that the one that you're really concerned about right now?
Well, I think it is important because it is higher than what we have seen in several years. We really had no flu in the past few years because of wearing masks. I think it's important that we're paying attention to it and know what is helpful, and not going to events or work or school when you are sick. Influenza and COVID-19 and RSV, and this is important with these numbers being so high. 19 people that are affected by this our companies are challenged, and it's hard to take care of people if we have so many ill and needing to be hospitalized.
Yeah, it's going to be like a every season thing, from fall to spring. It's going to I'm serious. I wouldn't be surprised if we have to wear masks again soon. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, triple-demic. It's like, how do you know what you got, unless you go get a test?
So
How
use
do you even
caution
know?
before
It's also
gatherings for the
similar.
holidays.
With the way
Get
things
vaccinated.
are tracking and trending, do you anticipate lockdowns or mask mandates will be making a comeback at any point soon?
I don't think that we're going to get to the point
Wow.
of lockdowns, but we need to
13
remember what
days.
works. We want to make sure that people get vaccinated for influenza. That's something that we've known for years, that influenza vaccination helps to prevent severe illness. It doesn't prevent acquiring it, but it does
Wow,
prevent
Kel.
severe illness. So it's important to get your
Wow,
flu
Kid
shot.
Kitty,
Get your
13
flu shot
days.
soon. It takes at least 2 weeks.
I'm wondering
Similar
what
to the
I had. I
COVID-19
feel fine
vaccines to be
now.
protected from the vaccine. Get
I
vaccinated.
have a little bit of congestion still. I'm still coughing up stuff a little bit, but runny noses and such sometimes. I'm at like 95%, but hell, it's been a month and some.
Vaccinated for the COVID-19 current bivalent vaccine that is available. It
I
may
hope
not be
not.
as
The economy's
effective
so
against the
screwed up
current
anyway right
strains, but
now.
will likely
I
protect
hope they don't.
against severe disease and hospitalization.
Wow.
And the thing, again, we know that not interacting with others when you are ill, not going again to work or school or gathering when you have symptoms of a cold, a respiratory virus,
Triple-demic.
that's going to help to protect people through the holidays, and along with vaccination. And then, of course, treatment. We've been struggling. There has been a shortage of treatment for influenza. It's called oseltamivir. We're starting to see more availability of that. And then we also have our treatments for COVID-19, the oral treatment. Unfortunately, the new strains are not responding to some of the injection medications that we've had for COVID-19. So it's really important that if you get an infection, a respiratory virus, you see your doctor, you get tested for various respiratory viruses, and you see if you would be a candidate for treatment. This will help us to get through this holiday respiratory season.
I appreciate that, and I hadn't heard some of that information before. Dr. Susan Casey Bleasdale, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Yeah, there's another video I want to play. It's the difference between the three. Little quick video here. Oh my gosh, StreamYard, come on.
As illnesses continue to spread, it can be hard to tell the difference between flu, COVID, and RSV. But let's explain how you can tell one sickness from the other.
The triple-demic of the flu,
Whoa.
COVID, and RSV is still spreading.
We are continuing to see higher than normal visit volumes and demand across the board.
They can have all or some of the same symptoms like a fever, cough, or runny nose.
If somebody in your family has a runny nose, congestion, cough, rather than assuming it's allergies, which are very common in this area as well. At this time of year, given what we're seeing in the community, probably better to assume that is the start of something that's infectious.
While most doctors
What?
will rely on a lab test to tell the difference in the virus, there are subtle differences. But let's start with the cold. You will not have a headache and body aches or wheezing. With RSV, you
Okay, she just fucking said the symptoms that I had here. Let me replay what she said again, and then I'm gonna pause back on this screen here. What the hell?
the triple-demic of the flu, COVID, and RSV
Because to me it seemed like allergies and sinus stuff.
is still spreading.
We are continuing to see higher than normal visit volumes and demand across the board.
They can have all or some of the same symptoms like a fever, cough, or runny nose.
If somebody in your family has a runny nose, congestion, cough, rather than assuming it's allergies, which are very common in this area as well. At this time of year, given what we're seeing in the community, probably
common.
better to assume that is the start of something that's infectious.
Okay, but I'm better now. So how?
While most doctors will rely on a lab test to tell the difference in the virus, there are subtle differences. But let's start with the cold. You will not have a
Okay, for the cold, you won't have a headache, body ache, wheezing, fast breathing. RSV, you have fever, cough, congestion, wheeze. I haven't had a fever. I didn't have a fever, and you have a fever in every single one of these. Yeah, that's what I think happened, Cal. Like, because I did start to get ill again, even though I was almost completely better, and then I just never got better, and for like another week and a half. But I never did have a fever. I didn't have a sore throat. I had cough, congestion, headache, body ache, wheezing, fast breathing a little bit. So I might have just had a flu or some kind of cold. I never had, huh.
headache and body aches or wheezing. With RSV, you will not have a sore throat or headache and body aches.
RSV also tends to stick to surfaces more, and so it's easier to pass through, touching a surface and then spreading it from there.
Meanwhile, the flu and COVID have all symptoms
Yeah,
of fever,
take
sore
your vitamins,
throat,
water,
cough,
and
and
sleep.
congestion, body aches,
Exactly.
and wheezing. Which virus should seek immediate medical care if your child experiences trouble breathing.
When in
StreamYard.
doubt, it's better to get tested. Health officials say you should take precautions like washing your hands, making sure you're up to date with vaccines, and you can wear a mask.
Oh, I didn't catch it in time. I was too busy. Pause. There. I didn't catch it in time. I was too busy. Crap. Okay, what else was I gonna check out here? Cops dressed as Mrs. Claus saves troubled woman. I wanted to check this out real quick. This is from yesterday. What?
How quickly could you have made it from, say, the back kitchen sliding glass door out through the backyard and...
Oh, it took me to a different video. What the heck? Okay, never mind. Maybe it won't let me play it or something. I don't know. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh, it totally took me out. One second. Here we go. Let's see, what else was there? Well, it's not going to let me play that. That's weird. All right, we watched that earlier. Inside Edition. Oh, yeah, I got a Delphi thing from you, Kelt. My bad. Let me go back to my email here. No soup for you. I miss Seinfeld. That was a great show. All right, let me go to the channel real quick so I can post the link in chat while we watch it. Thank you for the link, Kelp. Let's see here. I just got to get it ready. No, I can play it right now. They want to make Mega Internet shot. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm cool without another shot. This is Mr. Frost or something. Whoa, where'd it go? Here it is. Thomas Frost. I'll go ahead and like it. Thank you, Kel.
Today. My brother was with me yesterday. So I didn't really do an actual video of much because, we were all over the place. So
Why
really,
can't I
what's going
rewind
on
it?
here-
There we go.
Okay, we're back out here today. Just me today. My brother was with me yesterday. So I didn't really do an actual video of much because, we were all over the place. So really what's going on here, you really can't walk back here. You can. You can see I just walked around, but they're working on the bridge, like I said in my video yesterday. So we're gonna head back here, see what's camera rolling, and maybe cross because I can the bridge, but I can go. We found where it was really shallow, where you can cross across the creek, and I was gonna do a loop and do the walk that the affidavit says that Richard Allen took when he was done. So we're gonna walk back here. I'll make sure I'm good on battery. Yeah. Got about 3 hours of the day time, so I can take my time a little bit, not too much, but for the sake of video length for you guys and battery, I'll try to do as quick as I can. There is nobody out here today. It's quiet, eerily quiet. I struggle with what I'm looking at out here. I don't know if that's Ron Logan's house out there. I would know it if. Okay, so that's the Mears farm. So yeah, that would be, because the cemetery is up here. We're looking at it. We can't see it now, but you can see it if you're. Yeah, okay, we can see it. We probably can't see it on camera, but I can see where the headstones are kind of popping up. You can't see it on camera. I'm wearing gloves, so can't really zoom in. Let me see if I can actually. No, I cannot. It's pretty cold today. I think it's like 33 degrees. So hopefully the water's not high, because if I cross, I don't want to be freezing to death. I got a long walk back to the car. I was going to park at the old CPS building where it was. Thank you to whoever, I can't remember who it was. I've been out here a few times and I can never find any evidence of there being any sort of building like that. It's an odd place for it. You think that'd be like a downtown district kind of building, like near the police department or something. No, it was definitely, I don't know where it's at now, but it was right over there. Really kind of out of place. But I'm gonna put my glove back on because I had to take it off to start the camera. But oh, drop it. Yeah, as you guys.
Well, from what I hear, the state gives them money to do the paving and such. I guess they use old railroad track trails, and then they actually the state gives the money for them to do the paving and stuff. I believe they gave Delphi the money for this like 4 or 5 years ago, and they never did anything with it. So I believe they're using the money now to yeah, let me I'll play it a little fast here. 1.5. I won't play the whole thing though. We'll just check a lot of it out here.
Making it safer, which I think the girls would want, because it was definitely dangerous before. I wouldn't even cross it before, but I'm scared of heights, so I guess that's not saying much.
Between making the trail. Oh, really, Kel? Oh,
there's like gaping holes in it. Make sure
we need to. You know what, Kel? If you ever want to join the show, sometime, and you want to talk about the McCain brothers stuff, because you do mention it a lot in chat, and you do seem to know a lot about the McCain brothers. So if you ever do want to come on for a show sometime, maybe you can talk about all the stuff you know about the McCain brothers and how you feel it's connected and all that. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a cool show sometime whenever you'd be comfy.
Pretty mad. Because I'm not going to step on the bridge. I'm just going to walk out onto the path. I think we're clear. Maybe. I don't know. It's a truck. Okay, I'm going to cut this way. I'm not going to go that way. There are people over there. I want to see.
Just call them MCB.
You're not going to bother them. Yeah, so I decided to speed this part up because I had to take such a random detour that I didn't really expect. That it took a lot of time out of what I was trying to do. I was trying to get to where I needed to go, and I didn't really know how to get there 100% from this route. And I almost got caught a few times. A tractor drives by.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that they were involved in the crime. Just with how they've been interested in Logan's property for so long. You know, just all the stuff all the information that you've put in the chat for all these shows when it comes to that stuff, and you can definitely generalize it. So there's nothing that. It's just a thought. But no, I didn't mean that they were connected to the crime itself. Not at all.
I don't know if I got it on camera, but to the left there is a field. A tractor got really close, and then the workers turned off their truck, so I had to be like really quiet, and it just took a lot of time. So I went ahead and we're just gonna skip all through this, and then after this, I'll be down in the creek by the kill zone.
Wow, thank you for the link.
Video, I'm gonna pick back up
So I'm gonna wait until he gets to the section.
Okay, guys, I think we're good now. I don't know if my other videos get clipped into this, but I came back to the trail and I walked up to the bridge and I saw some diesel trucks and people working, so I cut back. Kind of got lost, and I thought I heard somebody walking up there, but it seems to have stopped, so should be okay. But basically, what I was doing, like I said yesterday, I'd like to do a video. I did, but they weren't great, so this one I can talk to the camera more. This is very unstable.
This is some suspenseful music.
Looks like it happened not long ago. Who knows?
I need some.
I went ahead and sped
creepy
this part up as
music
well,
to
just
play
for
in my
time's sake.
background.
Right after this is where we end up where the girls were found.
Something like that just constantly plays during the show instead of the space age funk. Yeah, exactly. No leaves. Yeah, great link, Kelt. Thank you. I'm definitely going to subscribe. I was just waiting to check this out, but it's pretty.
Yeah, this is it.
Good video.
Yeah. This is where the girls were found. Yeah, it's a lot closer to the bridge right there. You can see it. Yeah, I ended up all the way over there because the workers are out there. What was that? Anyway. Yeah, this is where the girls were found. We're gonna guess that he crossed. There's a picture going around, or that went around of a detective. What is that? That is creepy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It was like something screaming. But there's a picture of a detective, and he's standing like right there. The picture is taken from the creek, looking at him. Right there, I caught a voice, and I didn't hear it when I was recording, and I don't think it was the workers because they're too far away for it to. There's the bridge. Nobody can see me. I'm good. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is the kill zone.
He does it real quick, unless there's another spot in the video. With the bridge. Damn, I wish I had this music for my show. I'm jealous. That creepy ass shit.
There's the bridge.
Alright, there's the bridge. And it's basically...
Okay. Yeah, this is it. This is the kill zone. Yeah. This is where the girls were found.
I wish he would say it was something else.
The bridge is right there.
Not the
Can you see
KZ.
it? Yeah, I ended up all the way over there.
So there's the bridge.
Because the workers are out there.
Yeah, they're working on the tracks. They're repairing everything.
What was that? Anyway. Yeah, this is where the girls were found. We're gonna guess that he crossed. There's a picture going around.
I know, Kel.
What is that? That is creepy. You guys, I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's something screaming. But there's a picture of a detective, and he's standing like right there. The picture is taken from the creek, looking at him.
Oh, I need something like that.
Right there, I caught a voice, and I didn't hear it when I was recording, and I don't think it was the workers because they're too far away for it to be that clear. And it sounds like a female voice, and the workers were all male, so I have no idea.
Yeah. This is where they were found. This is the extensive crime scene that they searched. They have no idea I'm here, I hope. I don't want a cop coming up in the middle of the video making me leave. But
I need some.
I
need that music.
Oh, I'm not gonna focus on that. So if you guys look up the pictures of the crime scene, all this is roped off with tape and stuff. So he definitely knew what he was doing because this is the only flat area that's this convenient to do something like that and get out without anybody noticing.
Wow.
Anybody didn't notice because there's witness statements of him walking. But
Ain't that interesting?
I'm gonna see if I can cross. Like I said, I thought I heard somebody walking up here when I was over there on the opposite side of the holler, and I came down through the creek, and that was a mistake. My shoes are soaked. I was wondering if my boots were waterproof. They are definitely not. So it's a whole crossing if I do it. We're gonna go good luck.
Is there another part of the video you want me to show?
Maybe somebody can tell me. I heard that the only reason they found the girls is because they saw.
And I didn't hear it when I was recording, and I don't think it was the workers because they're too far away for it to be that clear.
So that's where. Here, where's that picture show up?
That's a lot closer to the bridge right there. You can see it. Yeah, I ended up all the way over there because the workers are out there. What was that? Anyway. Yeah, this is where the girls were found. We're gonna guess that he crossed. There's a picture going around, or that went around of a detective. What is that? That is creepy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's like something screaming. But there's a picture of a detective, and he's standing like right there.
All right, there. We'll pause it right there. I wish I could make it bigger than that. Go up to where he exit the road, walk into it, see if he walks past the camera. Let's see. Right here. 2358. No, he's going through the cemetery because that's. I get it. Okay, so what, from right here?
There wasn't a car on camera. The park right at the cemetery. He would have been out and. What was that, like a 3-minute?
Point it out when you see it, Kel.
That's why I thought the guy might have parked here.
Damn, I need that creepy music for my show.
I do have to climb a fence though, so. Okay. Here's the cemetery. This is where we came up last time. See how he pockets the phone. Shit. Yeah, okay, maybe there's somebody at Ron Logan's. There's a fire or something. Okay, yeah, let's get out of here.
Well, we'll go through it again tomorrow night, Kel.
Gotta put you guys in my pocket for a
We'll
second.
go through it again tomorrow night because this is definitely interesting. If you know the exact timestamp of the camera, let me know. He just jumped a fence. That shit's loud.
Whew. We're good now. We can get out of here.
The CP building.
Oh wait.
So fast forward it
Okay,
through
so
the
there is a no trespassing
cemetery.
sign, so I didn't see that one until I got back in. There's a necklace here.
Didn't see what?
Interesting. Yeah, I did not see that until I got back in. So.
A mailbox.
Well, last time I'm probably doing that anyway, so. It's very easy to do even afterward, like knowing what happened. Like, no, we know what happened there, obviously, but even afterwards, that was no one saw me, no one said anything. But this is why I was kind of thinking that Richard Allen was parked here, because you saw how easy that was.
Wow.
Right there, you could park right there, get out, nobody knows. But there's not
Yeah,
a,
they
none
would
of it
think
cars
somebody's
on
looking at a grave.
But this is where the route. I think
It's
that he
okay.
was
We're
taking
watching
but
it together,
I'm
Cal.
not gonna
This
do
is
exact
amazing.
Walk with the affidavit states, because I'd have to be over there.
Every damn
Ron
night
Logan
you,
or whoever
you
it
have
is
an
now for that
amazing
guy.
link.
So,
You had a few
like I said
tonight.
before, I don't want to harass people or like, you know, family members or witnesses or anything like that. And I try not to touch anybody's stuff. I know we did walk out on the bridge yesterday, but I thought that was harmless in my opinion. Yeah, they're burning something. Somebody lives there, doing something. Anybody with like knowledge of farms, tell me what they're doing, because that was there yesterday too.
What a video.
And the barn's open, so somebody's obviously must be like a family member or something.
What a video.
Yeah, we're gonna walk back. We're gonna take the walk to well, for the most part, what the affidavit says.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
It's got to be the cemetery.
I gotta put the.
It has to be, because RTV6 has the bodies being found back there.
I definitely
but the picture
subscribe.
that they used for the crime scene is that.
What
So
a
I don't believe
video.
that he walked all this. No one else. There's houses back there. No one else in the house has reported seeing him. He had to have walked out of the cemetery. I don't think anybody can tell me can convince me otherwise. Really.
Wow.
The mirrors. A lot of the last names in this town, it's like I don't know, people from Martinsville, if you're on here, like the Spinas and all the famous Martinsville last names. Not that it's like, I mean, not any important, but
Yeah, we're
Delphi
definitely gonna
has
go
them.
into this again
I
tomorrow
see
night.
mirrors everywhere, and then Shockleys. So anyway, the last person to see
Wow.
Richard Allen on this February 13th was someone driving past this road. She saw him walking up the road and said it looked like he'd been in a fight, covered in mud. It looked bloody. So.
Right.
And then there's the there's the Hoosier Harvest store, the big blue building with all the little garage doors on it.
Wow.
But like I said, he's not on camera walking past. And if it's catching people drive by, it's sure as hell catching people who are walking. So he had to have went around or something. Maybe went to the woods back onto the trail. But I guess he wasn't seen on the trail after that. I don't know. Hopefully that gets filled in. I guess that wouldn't get filled in unless he had finally admitted it, but it's interesting for sure. Man, really? I don't see any fencing over there. You can just walk back there that way. Maybe he came up through there. I don't know. Like I said, speculating's pointless. We don't know. Like, it's interesting to talk about, yeah. For journalism purposes, I don't do it, but this case is a little different, so it is interesting. A little bit, but people who are on the Facebook group are saying he's walking along a well-traveled road.
Wow,
And
what a
saw him.
video.
As you can see,
Yeah,
this is not a well-traveled road.
That's not well traveled
at all. They're lucky that one person happened to come through and see him.
Thank you so much, Kip Kitty, for hanging out every night. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Interesting, Cal. Yeah, thank you so much, Kip Kitty, hanging out until you go to bed every night. Appreciate that. Peaceful and restful sleep.
Good thing it's not windy out, because that'll make the audio useless. May as well not even make a video if it's windy. Because I got a mic on the top of I didn't bring the real cameras today. I have a two-door car, so if I have to bring anything, I try not to. Like, there's nothing official going on here today, so I don't have any gear. I have a Mustang, so kind of hard to fit stuff in there, like bags and stuff. So I try to travel light, especially for that. If I had an actual camera with me for that, oh my god, probably ruin the camera. Those definitely aren't cheap either. So he walked all this way, and it was like this, flat. It was February. No, the corn's not. You're exposed like crazy, so I don't know how no one else can see it. Maybe even these people. He had to have maybe cut back through. Yeah, I don't know. That one baffles me.
Oh, that music. I love that.
2-hour drive back to Bloomington, and
What is that, like an
that's it.
organ?
We're done here. See, one car. There's a car coming to my right. So if anybody ever
Like
tells you
an
this is a
organ or
well-traveled road, don't believe them.
Kelt, don't go flexing about your Mustang.
That will probably be all we see.
Yeah, for real. Definitely. It was so nice of her hanging out for so long last night, too. I appreciate her so much.
But that big blue building behind the barn, or the red barn here. That is a barn. That's a weird looking. That's got like a garage underneath. That's actually pretty cool. But the mirrors, this is where Chelsea dropped off Libby and Abby. Right here at this gate. And like I said in my live stream, you can cut out 50% of that walk. So that explains how they're driving right back there and doing that. I was wondering how the hell are you getting equipment back there, but it makes sense. Because that goes right toward the bridge. And there's the trail. But yeah, there's the...
What a video.
Too far. But I don't know if you can see the cameras or not. There's cameras that are facing out on this road. Whenever you go around that corner, you're on camera.
Really?
Richard Allen is not on camera.
Huh. What a
We
video.
we will go.
Yeah, I'll pause it if he goes up there.
Car coming. I'm going to get off the road, actually. Because I can probably take the camera and...
It's definitely sucked
I don't know,
into
we'll see.
this.
Those hills might block it a bit. But
Trying to show it as
cut right back through.
big as possible. I think me and camera blocks it out a little bit. Oh no, not really. My bad. I thought
That's
it
crazy. I didn't get seen because if it was
shrunk it if I was on camera.
probably had a small window to do what I did.
Now that I'm on camera, I try and blow these things up as much as I can without affecting it. Oh, that music.
The next time I come up here, it'll be to where I can actually cross the bridge and do the route. Actually,
Nice. I'm definitely subscribed, buddy.
what happened actually, because now it's kind of like gotta be careful.
Mr. Frost 94. Good shit, dude.
But yeah, that's really it. We walked back to the CPS building, which is probably another half a mile past the harvest storage unit.
I don't know if we're going to end up getting
I don't
that,
think anybody's brought
Coke.
that up. He's not seen on camera going because
I bet you he will on the
allegedly where
next
his car was
video,
parked
Coke.
is past that. So he
I
had to have known there
know.
was a camera there.
I definitely
Went
want
around
to
back
know.
something. But even then, if you wouldn't, you think these people would have seen him,
Yeah.
or he could have, I don't know.
He had to
There's
have
definitely
known
some
there
holes
was
in
a
that.
camera, right?
But this has been a long enough video, so I think I'm gonna cut off. I'll start filming up again here in a minute.
Yeah, I bet you, because it's almost over. I bet you that's going to be on another video that comes out. Is this the most recent one, 12 days ago? Let's go to the channel real quick and see if there's a newer one. There's not. Okay. Only 2 videos. 52 subscribers. I wonder if this person has an email. I'd like to reach out to them and see if they'd like to join the show some night. Maybe we can help them out with the subs, right? There's no... Oh, I hate trying to reach out to people on email through a comment on a video. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely like to see if this dude would like to be on sometime. That's a great video. I'd love to sit down and talk to him. Maybe even have Justice Serve Daily on. You know what I'm saying? And we all 3, and Silky Southern, all 4 of us hop on. And anybody else. I think that'd be a great show. No email. I hate reaching out through a comment on a video.
Okay, we're back out here today. Just me today. My brother was with me yesterday, so I didn't really do an actual video of much because, we were talking about, we were all over the place. So really, what's going on here? You really can't walk back here. You can. You see, I just walked
I'll
around.
just I'll just tell them to email me.
Working on the bridge, like I said in my video yesterday. So we're gonna.
Yeah, that's definitely. Well, not necessarily about the sources. I'm more interested in the walk that took place, because that's somebody that was there and walked the steps, right? So I would like to, not with his information about anything other than beyond his walk, the properties, you know. And I think if we have Justice and Silky on with their knowledge when it comes to this Delphi, even ATS that she would like to some night, just just about the experience of the walk, the roads, being there, you know what I'm saying? It is important, Coat. Okay, I'd like to have somebody on the show, but yeah, that's fine, Coat. If you feel, I trust your judgment and I totally appreciate it. So we will roll like that. That's interesting, though. Yeah, somebody who actually took the walk. I would, you know, the steps, the terrain, you know what I'm saying? Just like, because none of us have taken the walk, and I wouldn't mind talking to somebody on the show sometime and actually having them on who did experience the walk. And ooh, ATS has a new stream tomorrow morning. Let's get notified. Let's see here. Let's like the video. I always like to like them before I even hop in there. So we'll go ahead and like the video. New stream tomorrow. Let me put up the link in chat if you want to go ahead and click the notify for yourself real quick. And the like. For sure. Wow. That was an interesting video, Kel. Definitely going to check more of it out tomorrow. A page of people who have been there. I'll watch. All right. I appreciate that, Kel. You're always looking out for the show, and that means everything to me. Really. Whether it's information, links, digging, all that stuff. Your information is appreciated 150% no matter what it is. Even the comedy. I laugh my ass off. All right, let me go back to my folder here. Okay, car spotted. I wish we knew what Kib Kitty was talking about at the beginning of the show. Maybe we can check out the chat replay tomorrow and see, because she was asking me about a link before the show and I couldn't remember what she said. She wrote it down but couldn't find out where she wrote it down. And I couldn't understand which link she was talking about. And I know she was starting to type it in the beginning of the show, and I'm not sure. So maybe if we look at the chat replay tomorrow, we can see what she's asking. It's something to do with the 4 guys on the body cam. Maybe what I'll do tomorrow is I'll go through the body cam videos. I did save those in my folder. I'll go through the body cam videos tomorrow. And we'll see if one of those is one of them, because I'm sure she'll be in tomorrow night, and I'll go ahead and do that early. Maybe we'll start the show off with that, trying to find that link that Kib Kitty's talking about. I do appreciate her support like crazy too. Let me see what this video says here. This is from 2 days ago.
We are confident that the occupant or occupants of that vehicle
I'm already at
have
work, so
information that's
I
critical
love it.
to this investigation.
My
We have
coworker's hooked.
a list of approximately
Thank
22,000
you. I
registered
appreciate that, Kel.
white Hyundai Elantras that fit into
Spirity.
our
That's a good word.
criteria that we're sorting through. That's an information.
That's Captain Roger Lanier of the Moscow Police Department with the latest update, the Idaho student murder investigation. He's referring to the white Hyundai Elantra allegedly seen in the immediate area of the killings in the early morning hours of November 13th. The police captain says they've identified certain patterns in the evidence that was gathered. The search for a suspect or suspects has surpassed 1 month with still no results. Janice McEachin is the Idaho Lieutenant Governor and with us now. Lieutenant Governor, welcome. What do you think about this latest update? Are you confident in the Moscow Police Department to be able to track down this vehicle?
Well, greetings from Idaho. We're getting blanketed with snow all across our state, and we're going to have a great white Christmas next week. The update on the horrific, tragic murders up in North Idaho, the police officer who mentioned 22,000 reportings of that white vehicle. I have confidence in our law enforcement, our police, our local state police, and the FBI. I know they're tracking people. I had a friend up in North Idaho just last week who was actually questioned by some FBI agents. So I know they're up there doing their job and trying to do everything they can to bring justice to the families, to the victims and to the families. I do understand the frustration that the family members are feeling because of the lack of information that's being put out by the local police department. But I know that they're doing their job. They've taken thousands of photographs, and we're just starting to get DNA testing back to make some connections. And they want not only an arrest, but they want a conviction as well. And that's why they're doing their due diligence and their prudence to make sure that there is a conviction when they arrest the individual.
You know, this case has really gripped the nation, right? We've got people all across this country wanting answers in this case. Of course, you want justice for these families who lost their loved ones, these young, bright students just ahead of the holidays. We know some of the parents have actually hired their own attorneys, in some cases, investigators, to look into this. What do you make of that move? Does that ensure confidence within the department if these parents are looking for outside sources to look into the case?
Well, again, I understand the frustration that's coming from these families because we're not getting much facts and details. Some of the facts are starting to just trickle out, though, because of conversations. And, you know, there were lots of students that were at that home in the afternoon, and you know how people talk, and then Kaylee's father, who when he actually paid for the death certificate and got more information from that about Kaylee's injuries. I mean, these things are going to come out. I do think that the police would help and put a few more pieces of information out there, because I think the public, the internet sleuths that are out there, I think it would ease on the frustration, the rumors that are going around, because I do think that the public wants to help. And in fact, like,
of course we do.
Calls that were
Of course we
relayed
do.
to the police and the videos have come from citizens.
Yeah, absolutely. The
That's
community
why
is
we
on
do
edge,
what we
right?
do.
They want to make sure that they're feeling safe. I know the governor of your
It's
state,
to help.
Brad Little, announced $1 million in state funding to assist in the investigation. Can you share details of really where that money is headed?
Well, we have a great forensic lab here in Idaho, so I'm sure that a lot of the money is going to be used to do tests. And again, so many tests of DNA samples that were taken from the home. And I think that's probably where a lot of the resources will go to make sure that, because there's a lot they can determine from those DNA tests.
Okay. Local police, of course, continue their investigation. FBI agents as well. Again, still no answers at this point. Thanks for joining us today. That's Lieutenant Governor of Idaho, Janice McEachin. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas.
That's an interesting video there. Let me see if there's any breaking news coming out. And Whoops. And again, make sure you hop on over here, hit the notification, and hit that like button before it even starts tomorrow for that stream for ATS in the morning. For sure. Let's see if there's anything breaking. I'll just leave this up here. And I'll click on that. Let's see if there's anything breaking news going on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and end it if not. Definitely go into that walk again. Hit me up on what you think might be a, whatever video you're talking about, Kel. I'll definitely check them out when we get in the show. Yeah, that was pretty interesting, actually, seeing the whole path and everything. Great video. Thank you for the links. Let's see. Information about COVID. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hop over there after the show's over and just go ahead and hit that notification and the like already. Can't wait for it tomorrow, ATS. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do. Appreciate it. And I'm thinking, well, I'm going to let you guys know tomorrow night, coming up sometime this week, I do have to do some works on my vehicle. Some brakes I need to do. Something with the brakes or something. So there might be a night this week where I might not have a show, depending on, what I run into, because you never know. But it's something that definitely needs to be done before it gets any colder. So that'll be one night. And then another night this week, I'm going to draw the drawing that I'm going to do for Delana for a Christmas card. I'm going to send her a Christmas card as well. So I'm going to do a little drawing for her. I got the sketch pad. I got the crayons, some crazy art crayons, and then some pencils. So I'm going to have a little bit of shading, a little bit of color for crayons. It's going to be a little artistic picture for this little girl that we're going to send in the Christmas card. So that'll be one night coming up this week. We'll do a drawing. So that instead of doing the painting, that'll be coming up in about a week and a half. It's going to be sometime during my break from work. I'm going to have the whole setup for the art and the painting and stuff. So we'll definitely get Kelt's puppy painted about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. But sometime this week, I need to do that drawing for Delana and then send it in the Christmas card for her. I feel like a drawing would mean something more to the little girl than any kind of gift card or anything. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys have any ideas of anything you'd like me to put into the picture, you can go, if there's a picture or something of a character or whatever you want me to draw in the picture. It's just going to be a little collage of stuff. Just send it to EvilleCJ@gmail.com or send it to my Twitter. And then I'll go ahead and take whatever pictures you guys show me. I'll incorporate it into the little collage thing. And then I can even put that it's from all of us. And instead of it being from me personally, like the birthday card was, I can just say it's all of us from the EvilleCJ concept. And it'll just be a collection of pictures from all of us. And it can be a card from all of us too. But if you want to send your own personal card, go ahead as well, because I'm sure with all the love that she felt for the birthday cards, it'd be even special to get, a Christmas card too. So, yeah, just go ahead and send some ideas to EvilleCJ@gmail or my Twitter. I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate the links. Great watches, great videos. ATS, the enhanced audio of that, amazing. Kelt, that walkthrough, or Richard Allen, that was amazing. And I want to find this link out that Kid Kitty's talking about. I want to find that in the beginning of the show and see what she means, because she was talking to me earlier, and she was like, she was like messaging me that there's something really important and I need to see something, and I didn't know what link she was talking about, so I want to try and find it tomorrow in the beginning of the show, and then we can get to all that other stuff too. So I want to thank you guys so much. I hope you have a peaceful and positive evening. Stay warm. It's getting colder and colder out there. Definitely check out that Ryan Hall y'all page that I put the link up there for. Great when it comes to weather. Awesome presentation. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night.